across it, no looking back. We school the opposition, run a different track. Trading secrets, specialized, unseen hits. From high-rise towers down to concrete pits. Need sharp eyes, steady hands, minds that lead. Every mission done, every warning heed. Legend stands tall, watch us on the block. Midnight oil burns, with the clocks tick-tock.
We take the outcast, broken to betrayed. And shadow smokers that get repaid.
Move blood, step correct, are you ready for the test? Wanna vibe, hit the best, put that hustle in your chest. Smoke is cold, we don't break, bend or run. From night's first breath, till we see the sun.
If you got that fire, if you got that grit, sign your soul to the shadow, smokers legit. This ain't no game, this power movement. Show respect, show skill, that's your improvement.
Yeah, shadow smokers. That's the brand. Understand. New blood. Stand up and be the hand.
This is the end. The ash begins to fall. The world is fading out. Behind this velvet wall, a secret kept in cedar, a flame that's born of gold. The shadow smokers rise before the night grows cold. Feel the earth move as a match begins to strike. 1,000 brothers breathe in the silence that we like. Let the sky crumble, we'll watch it from the chairs, with a vintage in our glasses and no burden of the cares. Let the smoke fall when it crumbles.
Hey guys, soy Assassin. Welcome to today's Smokes Panel Live. Today is actually just a chat day, so we just got a chat. But I'm looking for my damn remote for the fan. I can't find it. It's weird because I use it every night. Yeah, I use it every night. That's so weird. All right, anyways. So, light up your cigar. I'm going to light one up. For some reason that I really is attracted to this Oliva O today, which I really don't know why. So I'm gonna smoke an Oliva O today. Let me know if there's any like messaging issues, whatever issue. I don't know. Like, you know, nowadays, you think that I do this every day? I mean, every week. We shouldn't have a problem. But the truth is that, you know, every streamer has these off days, okay, and like, you know, you just like have a feeling something's gonna go wrong, or and which is weird because like the day that you feel like something's going wrong, nothing go wrong, and the day that you feel like nothing's gonna go wrong, something goes wrong, right? So anyway, cut up a cigar, let's have a chat. I have some information addition to add. For those people who is member of the channel, meaning subscribed, you'll probably start seeing new reviews coming out again. I first released to the members first to see how YouTube reacts to it, and then if there's nothing going on, then it will be released to the public. Okay. But you know, if you guys want to watch it early, I think this like is the basic membership. Early viewer can see it. So Let me light this up and we'll talk about things. Because there are a few things I want to add. There we go. Hey, Val.
Hey, what's going on, Tony? Hello, everybody out there.
Let me change the camera angle. There we go. Boom. All right. Oh my God, this thing. All right, here we go. Like today's just I don't have a particular like agenda. So let's just have a good chat, good smoke. That's my goal today. All right. And I do want to first add some information to our previous topic. So we talked about Freshbox for 2 episodes already. And the owner of Freshbox has watched both, if not more. So he responded to some stuff that we talked about on a text message to me. So I want to add a little bit to the public. Give that information to the public, okay? So he said his name is Ramon, all right? All right, like pronounced as Ramon. And his last name is Mansour.
Ramon Mansour.
Ramon
Okay.
Mansour.
Okay. Ramon Mansour.
Okay, so he is actually the owner of Freshbox and Cigar Bros. 2 companies.
Cigar Bros?
Mm-hmm.
I think I've heard of Cigar Bros. Sounds familiar. I think I might have ran across them on an Instagram or something. Cigar Bros. Sounds really
It's actually
familiar.
a company. So in the box, they actually said both on there. Yeah, Freshbox and Cigar. I think Cigar Bros is the distributor for these boxes. No, it still says this. I don't know. Powered by Cigar Bros. So it's probably like these things. He has shown me some picture that they have those vending machines that sells those boxes of cigars. So
Okay. Well, that's good.
Well, not a vending machine, like a place that like packs,
Like a kiosk,
packs.
a kiosk type of thing.
Like a store that just had one of those packs that everybody can just grab a pack and there you go. All right. Hey Fabian, El Presidente, and long live
Fabian.
Tiberius. Okay. So and also he said the interior material is made out of expanded polypropylene. So EPP, work like an ice chest.
Expanded polypropylene. Polypropylene. Okay.
Right? Polypropylene. So it's the same as your ice chest interior. Lightweight, durable, insulating, food and medical grade, etc.
All right.
Okay.
Okay. That's interesting.
Let me go down the list of things that he said. He said some of the stuff are not I kind of related, some they're not. So the rule of thumb is 1 Boveda pack is good for 25 cigars.
Yeah. Yes, we know that.
And that's how they design it. So that's why like you don't really need 2 Boveda pack because that probably fits 25, 30 cigars with their boxes. All right. So we have tested that 1 Boveda not only works for the full box as we designed it, it lasts over a year in our humidor. 1 Boveda, 50 cigars, 1 year.
Okay. All right. I mean, look at. I have wooden humidor. I have one of those refrigerator humidors. I have acrylic humidor. I have a cooler that I put stuff in. All right. Not ever one time has ever one of my Bovida packs ever lasted a year. Not once.
That's why they say they test it. Yeah, year plus actually. I mean, if you don't open it and you have just amount of cigars, and your humidor's not leaking, it probably could last a good amount of time. But I don't know. A year, I
Well,
have
me.
not tried it.
All right.
That's the
All
well,
right.
at least that's
I will.
their
I'm
test.
gonna tone it down a little bit. So I'm getting a little excited about this. Point is this: if you're gonna have a humidor and you're gonna have cigars in it, and you're gonna have a Bovida pack in there to try to help assist and control with humidity, you're gonna open it. You have to open it get to your cigars. I am not gonna buy. I'm not gonna put 25 cigars in a humidor and say I'm not gonna open that box for a year.
I think it really has to do with how you got to use it, right? Let's say if you only have 25 cigars and last you a year, you only smoke 2 cigars a month, so you open twice a month.
You know, I am extreme. You know, all these products, the Bovidas, the Boosts, the Humicare, Huma, whatever the heck it's called, whatever. They are just there to help assist. They are not a foolproof thing. Let everybody. It took me a long time to figure that out. Okay,
Sure.
it did. I'm serious because I had a humidor. I put a Bovida pack in there. I rarely open up the humidor because I like the idea of having a humidor with 25, 30 cigars in there, just there, all right, on display. So when friends, family, company come over and they see their humidor and they look, what you got there, humidor? Cigar? I sure do. Can I see? No. But if you want a cigar, I go to my other humidor and get you one. But just having a display humidor, you know, I mean, this isn't the beginning. This isn't the beginning of my cigar journey until I realized I'm such a newbie. I'm such a stoop. Okay. But hey, it's the same thing with those Bovida bags, those big zippy Bovida bags. You know, use them. It's supposed to last a year. You know, they don't last a year. Do not last a year.
Like I said, it depends how you use it. I don't think I have ever tried to rely on Bovida pack and care about whether or not it's dry for a year. Like, but that's the thing. Like, I did not. I don't check on my Bovida pack because like every time you buy a new one, you toss another Bovida pack in there. So.
Now, I will say this much about Bovida. I think they're a good product. I think they do what they're supposed to do and help assist and help you. I don't want to say control, but it helps you manage. Helps you manage your cigars in the humidor. Okay. The other thing is when they start to wear out their life expectancy for that period of time, whatever it might be, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, whatever, you know, the rule of the instructions are you toss it, you put in a new one.
Right.
Right. However, in my early journeys of this cigar hobby that I have, I'm hearing people, I'm seeing videos. No, you don't have to go out and buy any new ones. You know, when they're getting a little ready to, replace, just one is throw them in distilled water. Two is dip them in distilled water. Three is you dip a paper towel in distilled water, wring it out, wrap your Bovida pack, put it in a zippy bag. Another one is get an acrylic container, put your Bovita bags around it, and put a small bowl or container of distilled water, close it, and let it humidify that way. So, I mean, all of those sound like good ideas. And I
It-
tried them all.
yeah, okay.
The problem is this that I've learned is that that paper product that holds that stuff
Yeah,
can break down and peel away.
right. Can break
That's number
down.
one.
Mm-hmm.
Number two is if you have an odor coming from that packet,
Mm-hmm. It can
it's
go back. It
probably
can
not
mold.
any good anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, and I learned that the hard way
Well, that's why
because
they.
I'm thinking,
Well,
oh
see,
hell,
when somebody
this-
when a company
if
give
this
you a
one smells
suggestion.
bad, and it's put these other 6 or 7 or 8 or however many I have in that container, are those all bad too?
Yeah, well, it could be.
It could be, and I'm not going to take the chance to say, nah, this, let me yeah, let me grab this pack. Yeah, toss it. Let me grab the next one. Oh, that one's good. Put it over there. Let me smell those. Yeah, maybe toss it. I'm not gonna do it. I'm just gonna toss them all. I'm not gonna take the chance.
Okay.
I'm not gonna take the chance.
Okay.
So
But that's how it
Anyway,
is, right? That's why
so-
the manufacturer suggests you to throw them away.
yes, but then you get our fellow cigar smokers that say to you, "Hold on, young fella." Regardless of how old you are, they're talking about your youth, your time in smoking, your newness of smoking. Okay, hold on, young fella. Do not toss that bag away because yes, I mean you. That's right, you out there, you can revive that pack and use it again. And if you do it right, you can do it over and over and over, and not have to buy another one.
Okay.
For maybe a couple of years if you do it right. But I tried it, and yeah, the best.
Well, you know how many video I've seen that tells you expiration date is a suggestion?
Yeah, probably every one of them.
Right. And it's
But-
true. It's true.
But look,
and then they'll tell you that you can eat it afterward, even if it's expired. Yeah, and use it at your own discretion.
yes. But when you're new to cigar smoking, okay, you want to try it. If this worked, man, I don't have to buy any more of these
It
again. If I
works.
just do this the right
It
way.
absolutely works.
If-
You
if,
can
you know,
definitely recharge it.
yeah.
In fact, Val, here's the problem. You're only talking about Bovita pack drying out. You know, there's other way around too. Bovita pack being too full because your area is humid as hell.
I don't know about that.
All right. So during the summertime, my basement is extremely humid. And I will put my Bovita pack on the table to get some humidity.
You know what? I have not tried that. But since you mentioned that, I will do that. I will grab a couple of my Bovita packs that are kind of drying up, and I'm just going to leave them out on the table, at a dining room table.
Yeah,
And
you will
I'm gonna
actually
I'm gonna
get
just
it.
check
And here's
them
the
once a
thing.
day and see
And
if
this
there's
is
a
what I do.
difference.
If I have too many, guess what I did with it?
You put them in a zippy bag.
If it's too wet, I put it inside a jar that I store like brown sugar. Because brown sugar always get hardened and dry out. You put that back inside brown sugar, it softens it.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Okay.
And then later, and then when it's eventually like a year later, I take it out, it's dry. Okay, I put it on the table again. Like, when it's too wet, it's too much. You gotta use it. You gotta put it somewhere that's really dry. So that's what I use. But like, you don't really have to like. Yeah, during the wintertime they dried up quite a bit, and it just barely makes it through. But I think if you buy enough cigars, you will get enough of humidified pack with it. If you don't buy enough cigar, you don't use it enough that it should matter at all. All right. I want to answer Fabian because I think he's been waiting. I pretty much have every year, Davidoff year of anything. I was the dumb guy that went to buy all of them.
Yeah, he was a dragon hunter.
Yeah, so I did have the year of the rabbit. Yes. Okay, so we continue with. Well, that was skip the the humidity thing. Okay.
Now that guy that sent you that message, Ramon, Mr. Ramon Mansour.
Mansour.
Now those containers only come in one color, or you
No.
can get them in multiple colors.
No, I think I talked to you about that, right? I thought this was all black. It turned out to not be black. It's a gray and black. They also have gray and gold, gray and silver. And the color I'm talking about, the secondary color, is these fonts, these markings.
Okay. Gold, gray, and silver.
In markings, okay? In markings.
Okay.
The name, the title, the
logo.
logo.
Oh, okay, yeah. Okay.
Okay. And the base color, I believe, is gray, white, blue.
Gray, white, blue. Okay.
Those three choices. So there's like 9 combination already. Okay.
Yes. I mean, I remember you said that. I just want to say it one more time because I thought when you said gray, you meant green.
Oh no, it's gray. It's gray.
Yeah.
And he's telling me that he did went back to the manufacturer about how like I complain about how sharp it is.
Mm-hmm.
And he's surprised that nobody like realized that was sharp when they displays a PCA. But the manufacturer is looking into it, even though it's kind of funny because the manufacturer says it's sharp but not that sharp, which is kind of funny. It's sharp but not that sharp. It's not sharp enough to cut. I think it's sharp enough to cut because it caught on one of my sweater and pulled the thread when I was hugging this thing to the outside. So, kind of sharp. Oh, shoot. Hold on a second.
Okay.
They also have off-white and brown.
Oh, brown.
Because I just saw the picture. They're right there.
All right.
So, not sponsored, not advertised. Just telling you guys the information. So, just want you guys to know. It's literally just I provide you guys the information. That's it. I think that's all that he had respond to. That because he's. So Cigar Bro is basically a cigar distributor.
Okay.
It's a large humidor that has dispensed cigars. I guess that's what it is. So that cigar selection may not be ideal for cigar enthusiasts right now, but they're looking to have more cigars like Espinosa, Casa Carrillo, Tatuaje, Plasencia, Christoph, Brickhouse, Avo, and more. That's what they say.
Well, the fact of the matter is that there is a place for that item. There is a need for that item. Okay, you can work it in somewhere. You can fit it in somewhere. So, yeah, I mean, if somebody wants to take a try at it, go ahead.
Yeah.
I mean, I could see where if I were a camping type of person and I went out camping, I would probably use something like that because I don't have to worry about
it's
taking
thermal and waterproof. Yeah.
Yeah, that would be for me a good thing to take.
Absolutely, I think so too. That's why I was like, that's kind of a good idea. I mean, that's like one way like people have to think about like as a beginner. you will always want to look for a wooden humidor. As a experienced cigar smoker, you realize that that's not the case. There's a lot more options. And then you'll start trying different options. You'll try the fridge, you'll try the topper, you'll try the wood, you'll try the whatever, acrylic. And as somebody that had them all, you'll actually go back and say, I want some wooden humidors.
I will tell you this much for me. A wooden humidor is work for me. And it shouldn't be, but maybe I'm the person that's making it work. I'm the one that's making it complicated, okay? But my refrigerator, I don't want to mention the brand name because I don't want to promote it because we're not here to promote that stuff. But my refrigerator, a lot of them are very much the same, just a different name. And every year they come out with a new model with something a little bit different, maybe a little more blingy or something. Pretty much work the same. That seems to be the easiest thing for me to manage. Yeah.
The fridge and
that type.
Yeah.
I mean, I have boxes and coolers, but it's not pleasing to the eye.
That's one of the thing. This design looks nice, but I think that could look nicer.
Yeah, I mean, if they could have put some kind of design on there, okay. Hey, people, if you got stickers,
oh yeah,
there
we
you
are
go.
over that. But once you put sticker on it, technically, in theory, it's not waterproof anymore.
Well, that's okay. The stickers make it look nice.
Right. It will be nice if they work with that, some of the brand that they work with, and they can have the side that says whatever, fresh box or whatever, but have the top. The top. Give me some design on the top.
Yeah, they can put let me think. Oh yeah, like the Super Bowl champion logo on top of that. That would look awesome. Yeah.
Right. I mean, there's a problem with options too. When you give too many options to people, they end up chewing nothing. Okay.
Yes.
So I get that. Like when you have too much choices, it gets worse.
Yes, I agree. Too many choices makes it more difficult.
But that's the thing. That's
I will drink to that.
That's the problem there, right? Like how many choices is enough choices, kind of thing. I don't know, but I think for beginner it doesn't really matter, because like you worry about your cigar more than you worry about what that represents. I mean, if you really want to, just like do what Val says, get a sticker of your favorite team and just slap all over it.
Yeah, get your favorite team, or whatever sports teams that you like, or put your cigar stickers on there.
Yeah, I mean, there's options. There's options. Not saying that there isn't. There's plenty of options. So.
If you want to put my initials on there, it's VC. Okay, you want to get a little bit more explicit, you can put a 3 at the end of that. Yeah, I can go along with that.
Yeah, and then people think that's venture capital around 3.
Yeah.
So yeah. That's the information I have basically on that. That's the last time he messaged me. So.
Well, that's nice that he reached out to you and contacted you. Yeah. That's nice. That's nice
here's
to
the
see
thing, right?
stuff like that.
Whenever somebody reach out to me, I let you guys know what's going on. So it's not just him. I don't want people to feel like, oh, it's just him. I don't even know this guy. So
yeah,
it's wherever somebody give me any information, I share with you guys. So, I mean, if like give you a example was I don't care, any cigar company come by and say, hey, this is new stuff, let them know. I'll be like, let them know, right? Davidoff sent me some cigars, and I let you guys know Davidoff sent me some cigars, and I smoked it. And don't think that's just that I'll just take cigar and not do anything with it. I bought a box myself, so. I bought a box myself. I bought the Corona Longa size because I really think that's closer to what I like, because my favorite Davidoff is signature 2000, which is a Corona, and I like that size. So Corona longer, it's a little bit longer, but Corona, I think Davidoff, that's where the it for me. I mean, their Toros are nice, but I think I need the lighter longevity for that to work for me. Okay. Unfortunately, the weather is still cold as hell. I don't know why. Today is still cold as hell. I'm wearing thermals. That's how cold it is.
Yeah, it had some weird weather. I was in the 30s early this morning today.
Yeah,
And
tomorrow's gonna hit
the highest
60.
we got was maybe 59 or 60.
I'm gonna drop back to 37 next week. Yeah, Monday the low is 36, and then 36, 37, 41, 39, 36, 36. Keep going down. I just can't get a break. Can't get a break. Can I just get a good weather? Like a barbecue weather? Because I bought.
Look, you can still barbecue in the cold.
No, you can't really enjoy eating outside in the cold.
Well, I didn't say to eat out there. You can still cook out there.
No, because then why would you barbecue outside if you're not gonna eat outside?
Because you get those aromas and flavors of your smoker or your grill. Okay. And
I
you
can
bring
grill that
that
at home.
inside where it's nice, comfortable, controlled temperature, and you just
So why couldn't I do that at home then? Well, there was a news on the shooter. Wait, was there a shooting? Wait, I didn't know about that. Whoa, when did that happen? Man, people say I'm out of touch. I guess he's right. I did not know that. When did that happen? Just now? When did that happen? News. Just before dinner started. I did not know that. But then again, when I was eating dinner tonight, I was watching anime, so I didn't know that. Hold on a second. Whoa. Wait. All right. Give me a second. Let me watch this news. Give me a second.
In the meantime, while Tony's watching the news, I have a question out there for everybody. And this is about going to your local cigar lounge for whether it's a meet and greet with a brand or a event by one of the brand reps. The question that I have is this. And it got to be a kind of like maybe a two-part question. What do you wear? What do you dress up for? The wintertime, your clothing is going to be different. But as the weather gets nicer, does it make a difference on what you wear when you attend those things? You know, wear sweatpants,
To a dinner event?
T-shirt. You know, I mean, I know you want to go there and be comfortable.
Okay.
Okay. But then again, you know, it depends. And again, it's just I think a lot of it depends on the type of lounge you attend. Because sometimes the lounge appearance can influence your appearance.
All right, but isn't smart casual is always the dress code for any event that has dinner? Or am I wrong? Like, I think that any event that has dinner, the minimum dress code would be smart casual. Which means you wear something that may or may not have a color. You have a jacket.
Okay, so we have to delineate that a little bit if you talk about dinner, because some places, some lounges, have a kind of a little fancy event where they're gonna serve you at a table and have certain foods come out, and they may say jacket required. That doesn't mean you have to wear a tie, but at least you got to wear a jacket. And some places will have like a buffet type of food service.
Still, if there's food, smart casual.
So I've never heard of smart casual.
Smart casual meaning the inside shirt has some sort of collar. So either it's a polo or a dress shirt, whatever you want, or a t-shirt that has no logo on it. And then you must have a jacket, long pants, no slippers, closed toe.
Okay.
That's smart casual.
And the reason I bring this up because I've gone to some events where you get a mix of people, okay? And some people will come in wearing one thing and other people will be a little bit more dressier. Okay. And you look like it's a clash. It's a clash.
But you're not trying to.
You got a group. You got a table over here, and everybody's wearing t-shirts and sweatshirts and hoodies. You got a table over there where everybody is wearing a short sleeve shirt, a collared shirt, a polo, dress slacks, or something like that.
Okay.
And you got another table where people are wearing a dress slack with a jacket. Usually a light jacket, a sport jacket, or an odd jacket. And when you look around, it just looks. I mean, it's funny, but it's not. It's intriguing because it lets you know that, out of all the differentiations that are present, we're all there smoking a cigar.
Right. And I don't think the clothing, what you're wearing matters. Because you're not there for like a business meeting. There's no boss there, You wear whatever that's comfortable fitting the code, right? Meaning that you don't look like a hobo, like going there with a slipper and shorts and then wife beater, right? You got to be able to present yourself somewhat, not making everybody uncomfortable. To a point that's not making people uncomfortable. And that's fine. If you want to dress up, that's you. Want to dress down, that's you. But so long as you fit the dress code, I don't see there's a problem.
I keep remembering the very first meet that we had in Arizona, and I met this guy. I can't remember the guy's name. I wish I could remember his name, but man, this guy was dressed. He would look sharp. He had on a suit, a nice shirt, nice shoes, and I said, and I point blank asked him. I said, do you dress like this all the time, or just on weekends or what? He goes, no. He says, I like to get dressed when I go out to a lounge and have a cigar because, I want to feel good. I want to look good when I'm smoking my cigar. You never know who you're gonna run across. You never know who you might accidentally, bump into and speak to. It could be, the average person who lives 2 blocks away, or it could be a CEO of a company. It could be an owner of a business. It could be, a sports celebrity. You just don't know. He says, "Well, I like it. I mean, I feel good. I feel good." I said, "Well, good for you, man. Good for you."
It's a dedication because if you, I don't think anybody does this the same with me. Every time I go to a event that requires a jacket, for example, release day or something like that, and where I wear my suit jacket, the problem with that is when I get home, I had to dry wash my suit jacket. I had to bring my suit jacket to a dry cleaner and have them wash it because it will reek. It will reek. I don't know how everybody wash their jacket, but
Just hang it up outside. Let it aerate.
You let it aerate, but all those things stays in your jacket. Like, and the smoke has color. Okay, it will yellow your jacket. So if you don't wash it, it could have a tone of yellow, even on black, over time. So it's like every time I go out, have a smoke with the jacket, come back is $75. So I usually wear hoodies because I have so much hoodie, I don't care. Hoodies $20.
And I'll tell you what, I'm bringing this up because I had gone to an event, and the promotion it was a specific event. I'm not going to mention the brand, but they said it specifically said wear your jacket, tie optional. I said, yeah, okay. I mean, I'm going to check this thing out. I'm going to go to this thing. It was a ticketed event, a paid event. Okay.
Okay.
And so I'm thinking, okay, let's see what this is going to be like. Okay. So I go there, and I was upset. I was upset.
Why?
Because I looked around as I walked in, and as soon as I walk in the doors and I'm looking around, and I only see one or two people in the beginning wearing a jacket and a collared shirt, and I wore a jacket and a collared shirt. Okay.
Okay.
So there's three of us. And then I go further back to the big patio area of the lounge, and I'm thinking, and it was nicely lit. They had chairs and tables and everything. Really nice decor, nice lighting, nice music in the background. And I'm looking around, and there was only one other person there wearing a jacket.
Okay.
Everybody else, t-shirt, sweatshirt, shorts, jeans.
Okay.
And I'm thinking they advertised and promoted this thing, a certain dress attire, certain what they
Wait, did it say
expected you to
please
wear
bring
for
a
this
jacket?
event. Okay.
Did it say please bring a jacket, or did it say jacket is mandated?
It didn't say required. It didn't say mandated. It's a dress code, jacket, tie optional. That's what it said.
Okay. Then if it's
Now,
not mandated,
I started thinking. Now, the owner of the place, he was dressed. He
Okay.
was dressed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, he had on a suit. He had a tie. He looked, man. He was dressed. He was looking good. Okay. His staff, and I didn't count them as part of the people being dressed, but they were dressed nicely as well. Okay.
Okay.
And I didn't bring it up to him because I didn't want to create a scene or a situation where I was going to say, hey, look at, you advertise this thing, you promote this thing as an event, as this, and this, and this, and this, and this, the dress code or the attire is this. And I'm looking around, I said, there's not even 1% of us here
Sure. Okay,
that's
but then
wearing what your dress code is saying on all your advertisements. Okay. And I started thinking, well, why don't you ask these people to leave and come back with a jacket?
because they might not have one.
No,
But
no,
that's
no,
the thing,
no,
right?
no,
Like,
no,
let's
no,
say
no,
what
no,
happens.
No,
like,
no,
if-
no, no, no. We can't go there. We can't go there.
No, my thing is like, if you ever see their point of view, is like, if I start kicking everybody home to get a jacket, I might not have anybody here. I might not have anyone here.
Well, yeah, I thought of that too. But the point is, if you're going to promote and advertise this as a happening event, a dress attire, jacket, tie optional for men. Okay, they had no specific dress code for women because women look good in whatever they wear. Okay, let's face it. Okay,
So
they
you'll be
can wear
okay. You'll be
sweatsuits. They look
okay.
good.
Hold on. You'll be okay if all the men are dressed up, nice 3-piece suits, no tie though. Okay.
I'm not.
And and,
If
and
if if they had on slacks, trousers, a sport jacket, odd jacket, even a suit, tie optional, with a nice shirt, whether it be a nice collared shirt, a nice polo shirt, even a really high end.
no, but no, that's beside the point. I'm saying that if every man was dressed, all right, let's say they follow the dress code, every man's dressed,
Yeah,
right? One person brought in +1, which is a female,
yeah,
wears a short tank top, stomachs
Yeah.
open, exposed, short pants,
yeah,
slippers. You
yeah.
think that will be proper?
Okay, now I'm glad you brought that up because when we were in Miami, they had a dress code at that one lounge,
Okay.
and I experienced it. They wouldn't let a member of our group go in there.
Right. I mean, but then you just say a female look good at whatever
But
they
wait a
wear. That
minute.
makes no
Well,
sense.
wait. This is what I'm saying. But they had women walking there with skimpy stuff, walking in there with sandals, walking with camel toe shorts. They didn't say nothing to them.
But the reason, because I think, is that the female is really not there to smoke. Let's be honest. They're not there to spend
Well,
the
look
money.
I don't care if they're there to attract the customer to come in and buy a drink. I don't care if they're there to be eye candy for the facility.
But I think here's what I think, okay?
It's not fair. That's what I'm just saying. For that part, it's not fair. But what I'm saying is this: if you promote this event and you don't adhere to it, then
I-
don't promote it that way at all.
I think that that's probably what they think. However, if you see only 4 people out of 100 dressed up and you decide to kick them out, you have 4 people in your event.
I'm good with that. I got the whole place to myself. I can sit whatever
You
I
might be
want,
good with that,
eat
but
as
it
much
defeats the
food as
point
I
of their
want,
event.
drink as much as I want. I can meet 3 new people.
But you as the owner will embarrass the person who's setting the event up.
Well, what I do know this much. I understand the business aspect of it, is that if you ask that person to leave because they ain't dressed right, they're probably not going to come back.
Right.
Which means you're going to lose. And let's just be, let's say $30. You're going to lose $30. You lose 10 people. You lose 20 people. You lose 50 people. That's money. I get it. But my thing is this: don't promote it one way and not adhere to what you promoted.
I'm pretty sure they want to adhere to it if there was only maybe, like, if people start showing up with all suits and one person or 2 people like that, they'll probably. I think there is better way to do it. I have been to places. It's a dinner place. Okay, and they do have a dress code. You have a jacket. I was dressed in shirt. I don't have my jacket with me. Summertime. I didn't want to wear a jacket. Right? I thought just a shirt is enough to go in. When I go in there, they say, "Sir, you need to have a jacket." It's one of those stupid Michelin star places. But I told them I don't have a jacket. They rented me a jacket.
When I was younger, my uncle told me this. He said, always keep a jacket and a tie inside your car.
Nope.
All right? Because there are some places that will not let you go in there unless you have a jacket and tie. I'm talking about a restaurant. I'm talking about at the time like a disco place. They had strict rules. At disco, they had strict rules.
And I get that. But my strict rule also is that if they don't welcome me with the way I dress, that I feel comfortable, I don't have to go. It's optional. You don't
Well,
want my business, I'll take it somewhere else too.
yeah, I mean, I get it. I get that, but I'm saying that
Let me just tell you this, okay? I went to a lot of cruises, and cruise has a requirement that you have to dress a certain way to eat, and you gotta see people dress up like to the top, like as you know,
yeah.
full dress, and you gotta see people that just have a polo shirt and going there, right? But how they dress doesn't affect me enjoying my time because I
Well,
wouldn't want
you
people
know,
to tell me what
I
to do
understand
with
that.
my
I mean,
dressing.
I'm gonna have a good time regardless, but it perturbs me that I followed the guideline. I made sure that I was appropriate according to the guideline, and yet,
Well, maybe when they look at their particular ad for the advertisement for the ticket, did not say that dress up is required. It's
okay,
possible. Possible, right? So those kind of places that has rules ain't the place that I want to go. Sometimes you go for a reason, sometimes you don't. But I don't really think that. I think that if they were forceful enough to somehow it will might ruin my night, I would just take my business somewhere else. That's the thing, you know. It's an event. I'm there. I paid, and I'm not like look particularly sloppy. You know what I'm saying? Like I have clothes, shoes on, and all that stuff. Then they shouldn't deter me to go in there, right? Now, if I wear a T-shirt that has something that's obscene on there, they kick me out. More than reasonable. But if I'm wearing, like, so for example, why you're wearing a Legion shirt to a cigar thing, they really have no reason. It's not obscene. It's just a T-shirt. I don't look particularly ill dressed, right? And I say if I wear like just like how you wearing right now, Val, that will probably would that be good enough to enter right now?
well, actually, I probably,
Right? Would that be good enough to enter right now?
no,
That's not good enough to enter.
no.
If that's not good enough to enter, that's like a Michelin star stuff. I don't want to go in there, right? And if it's good enough to enter, here's the problem: I can take off my jacket at any time, so I
Yeah.
still I only have a T-shirt on.
Okay, so I mean, if I just go to a lounge to hang out, like at at any time during the week, I usually just wear something comfortable.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this T-shirt. Okay, if I go to an event, I'm not going to wear my T-shirt. I'm going to wear my polo.
Okay.
Okay, I may wear this jacket with the polo, but I'm not going to wear my jacket and my T-shirt to that event.
Okay.
Okay, because for me, for an event, it's just a little bit a step up than just hanging at the lounge in my T-shirt. Okay. Uh, um, and whether I wear the jacket or not, yeah.
It
I
really,
mean,
it really is like what kind of event that you're thinking of. I mean, if people go to an event, they want to enjoy their time and stuff like that. Like when we have our events, we just wear whatever. We wear a T-shirt, right?
yes, yes.
Right. It's supposed to be something relaxing. I don't think that I read too much into it. Um, because like you will never remember any of those people at the end of it. Right.
Yeah, in most cases, yes.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you just go in there, enjoy your time, and I don't really go to events. That's the thing. I don't really go to events at all, because I don't see the reason to. But when it comes to when it comes to dress code, I think those are usually optional. Like if you want to really social, um, to bring something that's both sides, right? Casual enough, but dressing enough as well, right? Just presentable. But then you're not going to an interview or anything, right? So it's like, all right, if I don't smoke here, I smoke somewhere else, kind of thing. So
Yeah.
and most people don't want, like I said, don't want to bring their good stuff to smoke because you had to clean it, right? So I don't really like to wear a jacket. I mean, like, okay, if I'm gonna go to Carnegie's, I have to wear a jacket. But guess what? When I go to Carnegie's in New York, first thing they go in there, you need a jacket. But guess what happens right after that?
You take it off.
You take it out and check it in. So the jacket really is optional, but they require you to have it. Sure, I have it, but you check it in. Then what's the point? So that's why it's like, sometimes a lot of those are optional. It's not really, it has to be kind of thing. And Tiberius says, as long as my money is green, I'll pour up in whatever I want. I'm not wearing my tailored suit into a cigar lounge or a cigar event. Shit will shrink. That's what I'm saying. You got to dry wash them.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I agree with that because I have certain clothing that certain jackets I wear to a cigar lounge. That's all I wear them for. Okay, I don't wear them to go out to anything else. This is my jackets I'm going to be going to wear to a cigar lounge. But if I go to a wedding, I got something else. I go to some other special occasion, I wear something else. I won't wear my cigar stuff because this is why I specifically chose these type of clothes to wear so I can go and smoke with these clothes on and not worry about the odor. Because when I come back home, I'm getting undressed, and the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to hang it up. I'm hanging it in my garage for about a day or two. Okay, just to air it out. Okay, and then if the odor is still there after about 2 days, all right, I guess I do got to take it to the cleaners.
But then you're only talking about the odor, right? What about cigar
Right.
fell down and burns your shirt?
Well, yeah, that's the other thing. Again, I have specific jackets and shirts and pants that I wear just to go to those cigar things. Because if I burn 'em, okay.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to wear my $125 shirt and burn it. Oh, hell
How
no.
many people actually go out there specifically get a jacket just to smoke, though?
Yes.
I don't
Yes.
have a specific smoke jacket. I don't. I have 13 suits, all tailored.
Yes. Well, I am looking. I'm still looking for. I'm looking for 2 jackets now. I'm looking for a cigar smoking jacket, and I already have an idea of what I want it to be like. Okay.
Okay.
And one is going to be like a tuxedo type jacket. It's
Okay.
going to have a shawl collar.
Wow.
It's going to be like velvet or satin finish. It's going to be green because Seahawks are green. It's not going to be Seahawk green. It's going to be green though.
Like a very dark,
Like
shiny
like a
green.
dark green, like a forest green, something like that.
Okay.
And the other one is I'm looking for a Western wear type of jacket. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I think
Yeah.
I think that's a little bit
But I
extreme.
don't want it to be too blingy, too boom,
You have a
But it's
tuxedo
gotta
that's
have a
not
Western
bling.
style and
Tuxedo
just
is bling.
a little bit of Western flair to it, not too much.
Tuxedo is bling. So I don't know.
Well,
Well, let me say this.
depends.
I
Yeah,
have zero
it depends on
tuxedos.
how you. Yeah, it can be. It can be blingy. It can be blingy.
I have zero tuxedo. I just don't like the color to be like all bling bling. I can't. So I have zero tuxedos.
My suggestion for people, if you don't own a tuxedo, you should own a tuxedo. Number one, everybody should own a tuxedo, but navy or midnight blue. That's the color to get. That is the color to get. Midnight
I
blue.
only have 2 black suits. All my other suits are gray or blue. Or jackets. All right, let me grab another cigar. Why should I smoke right now? That's a good question. Anybody who want to join the chat, I mean, join the conversation, feel free to throw something in the conversation. We can talk about anything. Today is just a chatting day. But let's try not to talk about the politics. I'll address it right away. It sucks to have whatever happened, but dude, people, calm the fuck down. If you don't like it, vote for someone else in the future. Just call it that. How about that? Let me smoke this. There we go.
You had already smoked that purple, right? The deep purple.
I mean, the pledge purple?
Yes.
Yes, I did. I actually released a review on it.
Okay. I haven't seen. I have to look for it.
I put it up for members only right now because I want to see
Okay.
how YouTube reacts to that particular.
Okay.
But it will be available soon for everybody. But yeah, if anybody had a like membership to the channel, they can see it right now. And I smoked that, and I smoked the pledge, regular pledge, twice after that. And I think the regular pledge is better.
The deep purple, was it medium full or just plain full?
No,
Straight
it's
plus.
just medium plus.
Medium plus.
Yeah. I'm going to wear this at my lounge by myself. A black cigar robe that's quilted and have some velvet sweat to top it off. I also add an ascot.
Oh yeah. We should. Yeah, I can go along with that.
Ascot on a rope. Ascot on a rope.
Yeah, it'll look good. Hey, it'll look good. It will look good.
Playboy Mansion.
It'll look good. I'm telling you.
All right, here we go. There we go. Shall we talk about half-wheel cigars and stuff? Because there were new posts come out. They talk about PCA. There is a brand called Races Cabana cigar.
Oh,
I've
Races,
never heard of
yeah.
that brand.
I smoked some of their cigars. They're pretty good.
Okay, I've never heard of it. But it's
not RAICES, something like that. Races.
Yeah, RAICES. Yeah.
Yeah,
Cubanas.
they're not bad. They're not bad. But it's like every brand, you know. There's some of their cigars you like, some of them you don't. But yeah, it's an interesting brand. If it's a new brand and you never tried it, might be worth just testing one out. I wish when brands come out that they would really make a sampler so you could try all their SKUs or their lines.
Okay.
Because I think it's a good idea to get a testing of what they have, and you can really pick out, oh yeah, I like this one better than that one, or maybe you like 2 out of the 8 that they have, but at least you had a chance to try all 8 of them. You know.
But what about internal Victola? They make a difference too.
Yeah, that's yeah, but I think if you get the sampler, they all have to be the same Vitola size.
That's the problem,
But
right? For example,
yeah, that is the problem because one Vitola size might taste better in a Corona than it does in a Robusto or a Toro.
but that's not the only problem. What if they have some cigar that's just not in those sizes?
That's true too. Yeah, like we only make it in a Gordo and in a Toro. We only make it in a Robusto and a Churchill. We don't offer a Corona. We don't offer, yeah.
Yeah. I find it interesting to see Rabbit Air on the PCA because I don't think they have anything new, but they were on PCA. They do have those fascia plate that actually looks pretty good. I mean, looking at the plate that they came out with, I was like, oh, maybe I'll buy one. Just put the plate on it so it looks nice. But they haven't had anything new. Constella Group. Luciano cigars. Okay. Abina. I know a lot of people like Abina, like crafted sipping soda. I still don't get it. Some people really, really, really like it. I think it's an acquired taste of some sort, but I just don't get it.
See, I think some of that stuff should not be part of the PCA.
But they're specifically crafted for cigars.
Well, I mean, that's why they got the TPE.
But here's the thing, too, right? Let's say if that's the case, and then that become categorized as cigar goods, then what about all the beers and drinks? Then you became like a whole,
Well, again, that's why they got bourbon festivals, whiskey festivals, and all. I just got to notice that they're having some kind of bourbon thing in Chicago. I thought this looks interesting, but it's all it is a contest for mixologers.
Okay.
What the hell do I want to go see a whole bunch of mixologers mix a drink to see who wins?
Some people like that.
Yeah, I mean, I'd rather go to an actual bourbon fest where they got 35 to 40 different brands there. You pay your ticket, okay? You get to try a pour of that stuff. And you might get like, let's say 2 or 3 free pours. You get a ticket. You go to whatever one you want to try. You give them a ticket, you get a free pour. Okay, and most of the time, when you go to those events, you pay your ticket, and along with that ticket, you get a lanyard, and along with that lanyard, you get a Glencairn glass with the event name on it and the year, and it holds it like a pouch that holds it. So that part of your ticket pays for that, and you get your, let's say, 3 pours. You get 3 free pours. And then the other pours, you might have to pay $5 to taste it. Well, let's be honest, people. When they're going to get a pour, they should never pour more than 10 mLs, because you're there to taste it, not to get drunk. Okay.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't go to that kind of event, so I really cannot tell. But I can understand like the Albina one, because like if it's crafted for a cigar and you're in a cigar event, you can hold a cigar while you taste it, so you can actually have that comparison. And it's not alcohol. So, if it's alcohol, it's a different story.
Yeah. I mean, I don't care if it's ice cream. I don't care if it's a popsicle. I don't care if it's a donut. If it ain't, it don't got nothing to do with it. No, I don't care if it's coffee. And coffee is usually the number one drink of choice with cigars. Okay?
Right.
But how many coffee vendors did they have at that place?
Okay, but then that's different, right? It's not something that's readily like take it out, boom, and drink it. I don't know.
And yet, most cigar lounges have coffee. I'm just saying.
I only went to 3 lounges of all the lounges I went to that has coffee.
Who you have?
Yeah.
Well, you see, Tony, you got to get out and spread those wings.
I mean, some lounges don't even have any drink.
Yeah, that's true. Some don't have anything, unfortunately.
So.
Unfortunately.
All right. I'm clicking to Davidoff. See what Davidoff.
I tell you what cigar looks really interesting to me.
What?
The Rocky Patel, You're the Horse.
Mm.
And maybe because I like the box.
It's black.
I like the box. And I like the horse logo on it. But that is.
I know Tiberius just got a box of it.
Yeah. Because I seen it at the PCA and I noticed, I think Tiberius posted a picture of it.
Mm-hmm.
I was, oh man, he got that. I was jealous.
I really struggle with that cigar. I really, 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 really struggled. I struggle a lot with that cigar, thinking about whether or not I should buy it. My problem is every year of the horse cigar is giant. It's like a horse schlong. I can't. I don't want to keep all those cigars that I probably won't want to smoke. I love the way it looks, but just the size alone deters me. So I literally looked at it. Every time I see somebody selling it, I'm looking at it. I go, I can't. I'm not gonna smoke it. I can't. So that cigar got me really struggled because I like the way it's decorated. I like the way it looks. I can't put myself to it.
Yeah. Okay.
I really think that cigar company needs to stop making cigar that big. It's
I just I can't get into Gordos. I've tried Gordos. They're just not my cup of tea. I don't even 56s I'm not too crazy about. Even if they're box pressed, I'm not too crazy about them.
I'm not really fond of anything 660. I don't know why they make so much 660s, but can we just go back to a time where most cigars just Toro?
Yeah. Let's go back to the the regular sizes. Toros,
Robusto
Churchills,
and Toro. Let's just keep with those, okay?
Keep
I'm okay with that.
Robustos, your Coronas, and what I think, this is another thing. They should have like a standard, a roughly idea of a standard size to name the Vitola. Okay? Where is that a Corona? No, it's not a Corona. It's a petite Corona. Well, it looks like a Corona to me.
But if you do that, how many names do you need? Because everything has a range of
Cuba has 33 different names for their cigars.
And you think that's okay?
No, they only need what? The Corona, the Robusto, the Toro, the Churchill. And if you want to throw the Gordo window, fine. But you don't need a double Corona, a double Robusta, a double Toro. Come on. I don't get it.
I don't get it either.
No.
Other than the fact that they want to use up their tobacco, I really don't see why you need that big of a cigar. Now, okay.
And it,
on the opposite spectrum.
And here's the that April's Fool stuff. Okay,
that's supposed to be a gag. I think.
A 7x70, an 8x80, a 9x90, a 10x100. Come on. Oh, it's a gag. It's a gag. It's a gag.
It's a gag.
Oh, come on now. No.
But the things that, like I say, on the opposite spectrum, I'm only 5'8", right? So a lot of cigars look ridiculous to me. But if you're like those basketball players, like you're like 7 feet tall and stuff like that, I get it. I mean, sometimes the cigar look tiny, right?
I mean, you know what? I get that too. I get that too. How how tall you are, how big of a body frame you have, how big your hand is. That Toro to that guy probably looks like a Corona in their hand. But you know what? You know, that's the way it is. Get a Churchill. It's a
Right.
longer
But even
cigar, but
Churchill
it's
looks
not
small in
as
their
thick.
hand.
Hey, that's the cigar business. That's the cigar
Even
industry.
Churchill looks small in their
That's the
hand,
way
though.
it is. Okay. No, I don't know.
Right? I would think like to like Shaquille O'Neal, a 9x90 looks like a nub.
Well, yeah. Okay. I mean, look at what does I mean, what does some of these sports guys smoke?
I have no idea.
What size does Michael Jordan smoke?
Oh, Michael
What
Jordan smoked
size
a
does
custom
Carl
size.
Lewis smoke?
No, Michael Jordan smoked a custom
Carl
size.
Malone. I'm sorry, Carl
His
Malone.
cigar is this long.
I don't know, man. I don't know
No, I smoked one of the Jordan
the
cigars. This
length of the
long.
gauge.
It's this long. It's this long, and then the gauge is about like a Robusto, maybe 50, 52,
50, 52?
maybe 52 or 54, maybe 52. And then, but it's this long. It's long.
I don't know. You know what? I'm gonna have to. I think.
But to him, that would probably look like a small cigarette to him.
Well, he has his cigars made for him.
Right. But like obviously he thought about the cigar and he thought about the sizes that would look on his hand.
Yeah, probably. You're probably right because I'm thinking when he first got into cigars, you know, whatever was there he got, and then after a while he got into it more. Then he realized, you know what, I need something that's going to help
Right.
the cigar help accentuate me because, I'm 6 foot something. My hands are, whatever, and this cigar here just doesn't look right.
Yeah.
It doesn't
Imagine their
doesn't
palm,
fit
right?
doesn't
Their
fit my
finger,
hand right.
Their palm probably can hold an entire Toro in their hand, covered up.
Hmm.
Right. The Jesse saying yes, I did, and that looks ridiculous. That looks like ridiculous. That lack of a better word, if you gotta shove that entire thing in your mouth just the way he did it, it looks very homo. Just saying. Why would you do that? We're supposed to advocate for cigar. It's not that bad for your health. That looks bad. When you shove something that big in your mouth, that looks really bad. In my opinion. Okay. But then again, what I meant to say, I know it's not my cigar, so it's just weird. It's the fact that he tried to shove the entire thing in his mouth is just weird. Why would you do that? I don't know why. I sometimes we do things for fun, but it's like a personality murder. It's social suicide, I think. Jonathan is going to get in on that one. No, just don't shove the entire thing in your mouth, and hold it there. As supposed to be like, no, it's not supposed to be done. I don't know. I don't know the person who blend that. I don't know the person who make that. So if I do it, let's say, Val, if you're the one that make that, I'll be like, dude, why would you do that? And they'd be like, hey, that was fun. It was fun, I'm like, it is fun, but whoever did that, man, that video's gotta be out there forever. Forever. Okay. So that's just me. That's just me. Everybody else, I don't know. I will ask, why are you gay? it's too extreme. Cigar shouldn't be that crazy. I think. But I think I do understand it's a gag thing. I would literally send that to people just for a laugh. Like like Raul sent me. I mean, gave me two of those things, and obviously he's looking for a laugh. But I have not smoked it. It's just sit there. It's gotta sit there forever. It's gotta sit there until I find somebody to make fun of it. Say, hey, there you go, try this one. It's rough to just think about it. It's like, oh, why would you do that? Why would you do that? All right, so we're at this point. Is there any cigar questions that we can answer? What would people like to know? Like sometimes it's like, what would people like to know, right? I feel like we are already addressed pretty much every single topic that cigar can probably take you, right? And we made enough like shorts that pretty much answer every questions out there. But sometimes there's always that one or two what ifs.
Well, you know what? I was thinking about this, about cigars, okay? And because I'm thinking about themes,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm thinking, of course, I'm thinking about football because the Super Bowl champions are who again?
Don't know.
Yeah, the team from the Emerald City in the Great Northwest of Washington.
Never heard of it. Never heard of it.
Yeah, okay. The Seattle Seahawks. Did I say that? So I'm thinking, and the reason I'm thinking this is because I'm thinking about these, and I only see it in football, or I notice it more in football. I haven't noticed it in basketball. I haven't not noticed it in baseball. I have not noticed it in track and I'm talking about college. I have not noticed it about track and field. I have not noticed it in lacrosse, in soccer, in baseball, but you see it in football. And I came across a box of cigars that I mean, not in the lounge, but I saw it. I don't know if it was on YouTube or Instagram, where somebody made a box of cigars for Indiana University.
Okay.
Because they were the national champions this year. They were undefeated. Good for them. Great story behind them. And I'm thinking, if I come up with a theme, for football, okay, and for you brand out there, you brand people out there, you don't got to pay me this. You don't got to pay for my ideas right here. So let's just say I'm thinking about my Seahawks, okay. Of course, the box is going to have the logo on it, and it's going to have some kind of Seattle highlights on there, like the Space Needle's got to be on there somewhere. But then, I'm thinking about the Vitola sizes. Okay, I have a Vitola size for the quarterback. I'd have a Vitola size for the tight end, a Vitola size for the wide receiver, a Vitola size for the running back. And I'm going to say running back because that's going to include the fullback, okay? The wide receiver is going to include the split receivers, slot back receivers. Then you got to go to the defensive side. I got to pick a Vitola size for, the defensive line. Not to mention the offensive. Heck, I got to think about the offensive line because they're important too. But think of defenses, the linebackers, the safeties, the corners. So I'm imagining, those Vitolas. Or maybe the Vitola's sizes would be the same, but the names for the cigars would be, the quarterback. Okay. But what kind of blend would I give them? Do I, full body, light, smooth, medium? What, mild, mid-range. Man, I'm
Right.
telling you.
Now, before we go too far away, how many Vitola do you think you need for that one box?
Well, see, there we go. See, there we go. See, that's the difficult part. That's the difficult part.
No, I'm asking you, how many do you want?
Okay, wide receiver would be 1. Running backs would be 2. Quarterback would be 3.
To make it
Tight
easy,
end
guys, throw me a
4.
number. How many positions in one
4.
football team?
4. I would have the defensive line, the linebacker, a safety, and a corner. I'd have to have 8 Vitola sizes.
Okay, 8. So you essentially tell them to make 8 different cigars in order to put one box together.
It would be a special box. It would have to be a special size box. Okay. It would have to be a 16 count box. So you can have 2 cigars of each position.
Okay.
Okay.
So not only that, Val's gotta go crazy because it's not a 20 count. All right. And Val's gotta go crazy because
wait
that
a minute,
box will be
wait a minute. 16. I can probably go to 20. I
Okay.
can probably go to 20 because then you have to think about. I can go to 10 because I'd have to think about kickers and returners, special
Okay,
teams.
let's say that's the case.
Well,
That's the
kickers
case.
and special
Alright.
teams can fall in the same
So
thing.
you got 10 cigar, 2 each, makes it 20, right?
20
that means
count.
they had to make 10 different cigars in order to make that box, right?
Yes.
And number 2 is how much are you willing to pay for that cigar?
That's the other thing. That's the other thing. And yeah, of course, I'd have to think about the affordability of it, but knowing my 12th man out there, they're gonna want it. The cigar smokers.
That's not enough.
Are gonna
That's
want
not
it.
enough.
The
You
people
need
that don't smoke cigars are gonna want to buy it to give it to their cigar smokers. People that do not smoke cigars, that are fans, are gonna buy that box, give the cigars away just to keep the box.
Right, but that will have to be very expensive because now someone has to pay the licensing to NFL. The reason you don't see a lot of sports team cigar is because of licensing.
I think it could happen.
I think that's very hard because you got to make 10 Vitola just to make one box. 10
Yes.
Vitola. That means you need 10 sets of people to make that cigar just to make one box instead of one person. Or instead of one set. You need 10 sets.
No, you can have maybe 3 people. You, let's say me.
Well, they work in sets. One in the inside, one outside, right? One that does the inside roll, the other one does the wrapper roll. So you need 10 sets of people to make that 10 set of cigars so they can be boxed together. Or else you making the front of the like say the first 3 sets, right? And you have to wait for them to make the other 2 sets before they can box it.
I didn't say it was going to be easy.
Well, no, that adds to costs, right? So you need 5 sets of people. Let's say now 5 sets, each one makes 2.
Right.
Right? 5 sets of people as opposed to 1 set. You need licensing. You need the box to be specially made to fit those cigars. And now you need one person to sort them out, put two together. You're looking at something that's the level of like the legend. So are you willing to pay $7,000 for that?
Well, you know what? Let me call up Arturo or AJ and see what they got to say about it.
Oh, they will tell me that will be not worth it because they can't mass produce that fast enough.
Yeah.
And here's the thing, LFD already makes football, right? They already make football cigar. The cigar that looks like a football. They already
do?
make a baseball bat cigar.
Well, that's the yeah, I remember that. I forgot the name of that brand that makes that cigar.
Right? So I think
Dominican something Dominican.
so
that
there's
makes
already
that.
a baseball bat. There's already a football ball. There's already
No, there's a cigar that has the shape of a football on there, right? Is that the one you're talking
no.
about?
The cigar is just a shape of football.
The cigar itself is a
Yeah, it's a
football
shape of
shape.
football.
I've seen a cigar that on the wrapper it has the shape of the football
No.
with
I
the
literally
threads on
bought
it, with
one
the
that is a
fingers thread.
shape of a football, and they glue a little bit of tobacco on there that looks like the seam.
You talking about one that looks like the egg?
No. All right. Save image. Save image. Save. And image.
I've never. Wow.
That's not the only
Okay.
one. There's actually multiple
Okay.
companies that made that.
Okay, I get that. Okay.
All right. So, and then they have
That
this.
is pretty cool.
Let me show you this one, LFD.
That's from LFD.
I don't know. I think LFD had one of these.
Something
there were a few,
similar
there
to
were a few
that?
companies
Okay.
that made that. There are a few companies that made that. And there's LFD also make this. Ooh, way too big.
That is pretty cool looking.
Let me shrink this down.
I'd have to get that for the Super Bowl.
Shrink it down more. There you go. Can you see that?
Oh yeah, with the quarterback on it or something like that.
Right? Special
the
football
player on
edition.
it.
That's last year.
I
mean, 2 years ago.
never
Last year.
even knew about that.
Right. They do have football stuff. It's just that how many things want to be related to cigar and tarnish sports person health?
Oh, ho. Wait a minute. Cigars do not punish health.
No. It tarnish the image.
Oh, tarnish.
Tarnish their image of sports. Somebody's
What's
a
going
little
on,
late.
Snaps?
So what's up?
You miss a lot, Rick.
I was hearing part of it. I was hearing football, cigars, and not many people would tarnish the what do you call them
Well,
people?
yeah, the sports player want to have
Yeah.
their image tarnished.
Athletes.
But hey, look it.
Even Opus,
I'm not even
Opus
gonna
X
go, I
had a
don't wanna
football too.
go down a rabbit hole about that, but I would say this much. If I would have seen that, if I would have known about that LFD cigar, I would have bought that.
Okay.
I got a. Is that still available, Tony?
I don't know. I didn't look in, I didn't look into that. We can search it afterward.
Yeah, we can search it afterward.
the
I
we
would
can
have
search it
got that.
afterward.
That football one too.
Oh, Long Live says Neptune has it. Right? So
Neptune.
yeah, you can check it afterward. Jeez. If it sits there for a year, it's gonna be there.
We're talking about that team from the Emerald City.
Right? I'm just telling you. See, the fact that he basically just tell you, right? A football cigar is not that popular.
I mean, I get it. But well, okay, that's a theme cigar, right?
Right.
But I'm talking about not just a cigar that's in that gives you the image of a football, right?
You're talking about the Vitola. Use the
or
Vitola to represent
a player under. I'm talking about the team.
Well, if you gotta do team, now you
when-
need
like,
licensing.
Like when LSU was a national champion, they came out with an LSU box.
Again,
Indiana
licensing.
came out. And the reason I just discovered it and I wouldn't buy it. You know why? Because I'm not an LSU fan.
That's fine.
I'm not an Indiana-
Let's say Kansas. Let's say what's that? What's the team? I can't remember the name.
Seattle Seahawks. That's the
All right,
team.
let's say
That's what we're
Seahawks.
talking about now. We ain't talking about the Patriots. We ain't talking about the Chiefs. We ain't talking about the Giants or the Jets or the Steelers. Okay.
Let's say that's the case. Let's say Seahawks, right?
Yes.
And let's say the cigar company has more than enough intention to make that cigar.
Yes.
And they go to Seahawks and says, we would like to get a license to make cigar for you.
Yes.
And if they say no, then what?
Oh, then I'm out the wind. I'm pissing. I'm pissing against the wind for distance.
Right? I think most cigar company will say no.
I mean, yeah, I get that, but look at. Well,
And here's
I
the thing.
think-
Let me add one more. Add one more. Let's say you
Right.
get the license to put the logo on the top of the box. Okay. Now, you want to make positions? I say, okay, I'm gonna
Yes.
make a cigar called quarterback.
Yes.
Okay. And the quarterback's gonna sue you. Says I didn't get licensing for that. I'm the quarterback of the team.
But I'm not naming the quarterback.
But I am the
I'm
quarterback.
not naming the quarterback. I'm naming the position.
Right. But I am playing that position for that year for this team.
It don't matter. It don't matter. I'm not indicating the name.
You don't
not
have to.
indicating his
You don't have to.
number.
You just look.
I'm not indicating his
No.
nickname. I'm indicating the position.
Doesn't matter because you're saying 2025 champion, Seahawk.
Doesn't that sound good?
Yeah, when you go to court, they say, who is that? Okay, when they say quarterback, who are they talking about? 2025.
It could be any of those quarterbacks that are on the team.
Right. So class action now.
Okay. Go ahead, make it difficult, Tony.
Right. If I'm the quarterback and they get paid, I'm gonna get paid.
You will get paid if I put your name on it. If
No.
Specifically put
You
your number on
implied.
it.
You
But if
implied.
I just say quarterback,
You implied. In the court of law, you can imply and it will still count.
a quarterback can apply to any quarterback.
Yes, if your box says football, not Seahawk, nothing, just say football cigar. You can put any position you want. That doesn't matter. But if you put Seahawk 2025 and put a quarterback in there, you're in trouble.
What if I yeah, I guess so. I guess even if I put the logo on there, unless I get a licensed okay to do it, I would get in trouble.
Yeah.
But what if I use colors,
Well, I mean colors.
team colors?
You can do team colors, but if you imply, you
Is
have a
that
problem.
also an implication?
Yeah, if it's implied, there's room to sue. Even if they didn't win, you still end up paying for lawyers.
I guess the closely I could resemble this conversation to would be like a wrestler who has his own cigar line, and that being Cody Rhodes. He has different lines of his cigars, all with wrestling moves, but they're broad wrestling moves. There's nothing like very specific. If he were to do like a cigar release and did like sweet chin music, that's under WWE and also under Shawn Michaels, he could get into litigation because that's an actual trademark thing from WWE. But saying suplex, that's a actual movement. That's not an actual coined WWE move. Any district could use the suplex.
Right.
So
if you try to make a cigar that is
Like a
themed,
headlock?
Yeah, he has like things like suplex. I think he has like moonsault, which is like you jump off the turnbuckle. The figure four, which is like getting like
You lock the legs up, yeah.
he has all those type of things. But there very broad things that different wrestling corporations from TV to just your regular indie stuff. He just used those special, those typical moves as his sizes or his branding of cigars. It was very broad, nothing really specific.
Like if you decide to make a wrestling theme, that's even implied towards the WWE or WWF whatever, not just the regular wrestling, you'll get a phone call. And
Yeah.
let's say if your cigar is called Tombstone, you're gonna get a phone call from Undertaker's manager.
Yeah. But if you get like a choke slam, that's broad. Anybody can do a choke slam. So
Look,
that's
we talked about
fair.
this a long time ago. Any company remotely to make a cigar that has the word rat in there is probably gonna get a phone call
Yep.
from was that Drew Estate?
Yep, Drew State.
What if you call it the tamed rodent?
I mean,
Yeah, if you want to use a different word, that's different, right? But if you
Yeah.
like remotely use, come on, just the word dragon got Davidoff and Gurkha having lawsuit for 2 years.
yeah.
The word
Really?
dragon.
I thought it was because they were using the phrase "year of."
No.
Year of the.
It was the word dragon.
It was the word dragon.
It was the word dragon.
It was the word dragon. And Davidoff released the year of. So now you can no longer use year of. You want to play that game? We'll play that game. If you use dragon, I can't use dragon. I'm going to use year of. So now you can no longer use year of that.
All you have to do is, in reality, is just change the name of things around. Like, for example, DC has done it multiple times, and even Marvel has done it multiple times. DC first came out with a character called Slade Wilson or Deathstroke as the character, a couple decades ago. Then Marvel loved the character so much that they made their own variation. Again, the DC's character is Slade Wilson Deathstroke. Marvel's version is Wade Wilson Deadpool. It's the same thing. Death, dead, then stroke. In the pool, you're stroking as you're actually swimming. So it's a play on of the word, but they never got sued for it because it's different words.
Lewis Smoke, talk about this. You saw Opus X trying to sue that one looking. That was a CAO cigar. The,
There
Box
was
Press.
there was the MX3, right?
Was that Box Press MX?
I
yeah,
think it
that-
was
Yeah.
because
so-
because of the letter X was in there, right?
Right. And they didn't win, but that's still a litigation.
All depends how greedy the corporation is.
Well, yeah,
Some
you
corporations
try
are
to
willing
fight.
collaborate.
Imagine a small cigar company try to fight the NFL for trademark. Not gonna be fun. Even though it's not the same category, it's still not gonna be fun. All these busters need to understand there's enough for everyone to eat. Yes, but like what we're talking about is more like the cigar companies. I mean, no, the football as industry don't want to really relate themselves with cigars.
Because the younger audience that's
Yeah.
attached
Well,
to
then
it.
you know what? Then they should stop putting the cameras in the dressing rooms with these kids popping open a box of cigars.
But that's
and
different.
posting
That's
pictures with it.
that's up to the player. The player's of age. You can't stop them doing that. That has nothing to do with NFL.
I mean, you could have a NFL player
you can-
collaborate with a cigar that's not, NFL branded.
You could, I can see it if you restrict it, saying, yeah, you can do it, but you can't do it on premises.
Yeah.
All right. You want to do it in a public area? Go ahead and do it, but you can't do it. You can't do it in a stadium.
That's
You can't do
asking
it in
for
a press box.
another
You
what's the
can't do
thing
it in a dressing
boycott.
room. Can't do it in a weight room.
You know, if you restrict them what they do while they're not playing, that's gotta ask for another strike.
I'm gonna start my own group. I'm gonna call it the 10 Smoker Society.
Right? If you work hard for your company, you don't want other people taking your work. Yeah, I get it. But what I think what Tiber is saying is Drew Estate. Suing or like Gurkha suing for the word dragon and stuff like that. There are a lot of cigar there that has common words, right?
Mhm.
And they had to understand some words are just common words. Have you ever seen some of those players dive down and accuse of cigars? At least they worry. Yeah, but like some of the stuff is so over the line where they got the end of the contract. But you gotta understand, even the end of the contract, they lost money. As a entity, you lost money for ending that contract. So
And there's still litigations and lawyers and everything have to get involved for ending contracts.
no, because when you sign this person in, you're dealing with a lot of costs.
Yeah.
And this person have all this product you had to pull now.
Yeah.
Right? So
Or
no
if you
company want to
had,
get
like,
into that.
commercials already pre-taped. Now you can't have those released. So the production of those commercials now can get aired, but it's already been paid for prior.
Like, for example, like let's say Tom Brady, at the time when he's in the Patriot, if there's a news of Tom Brady smokes crack, he had, how much shit they had to pull off the market.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it was like that one dude who played Flash for the DC stuff, the latest Flash. I forgot his name, something Urza. He kind of kidnapped the girl, and he was on the run for like 7 months.
Yeah,
And
that guy ended up having a
Imitation is the best form of flattery, but flattery doesn't make you the money. Right? Whoever is imitating it is getting the dough. You're not. So that's the problem, right? That's usually the problem. And here's the thing: regardless whether or not is money issue, I think people will still defend what they want to. I would love to defend, our trademark. So that's why it's trademarked. It just depends on what you think. Like, I work hard for it. I spend the money on the trademark. Just like I want to defend it, even if there's nothing to it. It has nothing to do with like if you ask me about it, that's one thing.
Mhm.
If you just go out and make it, that's a different story.
Mm-hmm. Like if I have access to, like an engraver or to a hot, heat press, and I go to Tony and say, "Hey, is it fine for me to use the SSL logo for personal use only? This is gonna just be a shirt that I'm gonna use at home. I'm not gonna distribute it. I'm not gonna, sell it. It's just gonna be personal use." He may say yes. He may say no, but I have to give him an ask because he owns the trademark.
The Mexican Hernandez got a body, and his jersey were worth a lot more because they took them off. I don't get it. From Patriot. Oh, that's a secondary market. That's a different story. Right? That's a different story. So, I mean, the secondary market really has nothing to do with the company, because the company doesn't make the money from secondary, right? Can't really sue that. But I think that there's something to that. It's killing me. Couldn't just be Hernandez. Had to add the. But when he said it, I know who that is right away. Yeah. Wow. No, it's not racist. We got Rick here. It's not racist. We got Rick here.
Yeah, this is why I hopped on the call. Tony saw the future. It's like, I need you on the call at 10:50 exactly.
Yeah, and that's when that's when the conversation is gonna start. I need you to be here, so it's not racist. Yeah, it's yeah, trademark is a thing. So Val, like that box you're talking about, if it come to fruition, you're looking at thousands of dollars because of that licensing cost.
I said personal use is a way different story. If you're just gonna make something and not have it, put brought in the daylight of public, that's one thing. You can put the Seahawks on the humidor. You can do anything you want to do, and just keep it to yourself. If you want to do it as an actual retail thing, that's
Sometimes even personal use is like a gray line. Just telling you.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah,
it is a gray line. But
yeah,
if you're like, hey, look at YouTube or Instagram, look what I made.
Yeah, I tried to get something made with the Seahawks logo, and they flat outright told me no.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Yeah, that license is worth a lot of money. I know somebody on YouTube. What he does is he'll get use or like dispose LV bags, and he will cut it apart and make it into a smaller other material, And then he got sued for that, even though he's just recycling material. He got sued for that. He didn't make those materials, but he got sued for that.
Yeah, I know like individuals like with cards. You have your debit cards and credit cards. There's like this little skins you could put on your cards to whatever. And I remember one post getting going viral because she wanted Tyler Cruz face on a card because she's stingy with her money. She's like, this will give me a little bit more motivation to not spend money if I keep on seeing Tyler Cruz. But when she submitted the image to the company for a custom card picture template to put the sticker on, the company's like, we need a written consent from Terry Crews to put that on your card. Like, even though it's personal use, I'm not going to be selling it. It's just to go on my card. Like, no, it's part of an actual person. So we would need Terry Crews to actually send us a written, or at least some type of consent that he's willing to allow you to use his image for your own, credit card. He responded. He's like, I absolutely allow you, go for it. But
Yeah, but you still needed a permission for it. Yeah.
You still need permission. They said that he was making fake LV stuff and he won a lawsuit. Yeah, he can win the lawsuit, but it still costs you money. He can win the lawsuit, it still costs you money. Which is funny. They only care if you're making a lot of money, I think. Yeah. I mean, we have one person that's no longer in the Legion decide to make something last minute, and that was without my permission, so it was fun. It was fun. Last few minutes, we have questions? If not, I can. All right, I have a question my wife gave today. It's not very appropriate, but I think it's somewhat in the great line of appropriation. You guys want to hear it?
sure.
Yeah, I want to hear it.
My wife wants to know what people think of this statement. I think Stephen Colbert said it. Okay, ready? I didn't say it. Stephen Colbert said it. It's just a question. He says, every punishment from God is a gift. What do you think?
No. No.
Every punishment from God is a gift. And she asked me what I think. I was
no,
like, well, I don't know.
No, God, your perception would be God does not punish; He forgives.
At the end of the day, if you meet the narrative, is book. Okay.
Punishment is based on man.
Right? So
Punishment is based on man.
Lewis Smoke says that's true because it has a purpose. Tiberius says if there's a lesson to be learned from it, I agree. But not every punishment has a lesson to it. For example, okay, that example she gave me was, I think it was like Colbert's family like died tragically or something like that. I don't know the information on that.
Mm-hmm.
And then she's like, well, in that case, is that punishment a gift? I was like, is that really a punishment? That's the thing.
It's like you heard that phrase. I mean, I don't know if you heard of it, but I've heard of it growing up. If you heard about somebody doing something wrong, okay,
Mm-hmm.
and then later on something bad happened to that person,
Mm-hmm.
the comment that I've often heard was, well, you know what? God don't like ugly. That means that person did something wrong. Now something bad happened to him.
Mm-hmm.
Now is that something that you would consider that this is a punishment from God because God doesn't like this? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So I mean, I've heard that growing up as a kid. God don't like ugly. Okay. So
Joey.
you depending on, you try to be Yeah, it's like if you don't have anything nice to say about that person, then don't say anything at all.
Yep.
It's like that. Okay.
Now that okay, Tiberius mentioned one has to dig deep. Everything has a lesson to be learned. Just like every action has consequence, even positive actions. All right. That brought me another question. Okay, here's a go. Here, I saw an artwork, and the title of the artwork is "Waiting for Consequences." Waiting for consequences. Okay. Now, I think that that art looks nice, and my wife said that the word consequence has a negative undertone to it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so let me ask you this here question. You guys, Tony, I don't know if you ever been to a sporting event.
I have.
Okay. I'm Rick, I'm sure you've been. And
Mhm.
I think maybe most people have that are watching right now have been to a baseball game. Of
Yep.
the two biggest games at baseball, basketball, football, hockey,
True.
where they do the national anthem. Okay. And they usually say, please stand and rise and remove your hats.
Okay.
Okay. When I look around and I see people wearing their hats, it pisses me off.
Okay.
And I literally have gone, and I don't care if they're a man or a woman, I have literally gone up to them and say, hey, remove your hat. Okay.
But like, what if they're religious?
Hey, they're asking you to remove your hat.
Right. But like, in that perspective, let's say I'm religious, right?
Then walk away. Then get out. Then walk
No,
away.
but then I'm here to watch a sports game. So like
Yeah,
you're
come back
you're
when the
asking,
game starts.
huh?
Come back when the game starts.
But what you're
Go
asking,
step in the hallway. Go step in the aisle.
what you're asking is does not trump what I believe.
No.
I pay my ticket to be here.
Look it. I'm not asking you to change your beliefs. I'm asking you. They're asking everybody in the audience as a sign of respect to remove your hats.
To respect who?
Well, when they say the national anthem,
Right. So you're saying that pay respect to the America, right?
anthem, respecting the people that lost their lives for that anthem.
I get that. I get that. But then that is only for Americans, right? If you're American, it makes sense.
Hey, wait a minute. You're getting benefits from the United States.
What if I'm just tourist?
You're getting benefits from the United States.
What if I'm a tourist?
You're getting the benefit from the United States.
Why am I getting benefit as a
I don't
tourist?
give a shit if you're a tourist.
What tourist? What benefit am I
From
getting?
being in the United States.
No. What
They
benefit
allowed
am I
you to
getting?
Come to the United States.
What benefit am I getting from?
You're here. They
Yeah,
allowed
and I
you
paid
to
to
come
be
to the
here.
country. That's a benefit.
No. You got no. Okay, if I'm a tourist, you're getting benefit from me,
Yeah. Okay.
not the other way around. I'm not getting benefit for touring your country.
You're getting a benefit for touring my country.
No, I'm spending
You're
the money in
getting
your
a benefit
country.
for spending your money to support our economy and whatever you buy.
I can buy my stuff anywhere.
Go do it.
Right. And the fact, okay, if US have no tourism, we're in trouble. Don't do that. Okay, so Long Live Ted Bird says, I am removing my hat for no one, and I don't like other people telling me what to do. Anything, if you do what you want, I'm going to do what I want, period.
Yeah,
And
yeah,
Long
we would
Live
have
says,
a
I will
problem.
remove it if I want to. Lewis says, it's not against the law. Long Live says, I'll kindly, respectfully say, go fly a kite.
Look it is
Oh, hold on, I have one more. Lewis says, I thought we were in a free country.
yeah, you are in a free country. You're in a free country to do all that.
Right. Or not to do.
Is
So
it too hard?
No, okay. This is what I heard a long time ago from one person. Okay, from one person, when we talk about the same thing about removing hat, which is funny. I say, why don't we remove hat? And he said, because I don't have my yarmulke on. So for him, pay respect to your people or disrespect his God. Which one would you do?
He better carry a yarmulke in his back pocket.
Well, then they still put it on. That's still technically a hat, a small hat.
I see both sides. I get where Val's coming from. It is a sign of respect. It's like whenever I see my wife's grandmother, before I even lean in to give her a kiss in the cheek, I always take the hat off. I put my hat to my chest and give her a kiss, or say hello to her. And something when I leave. Before I leave, I take the hat off, say goodbye to her, and I walk out. And for my grandparents, and usually a lot of other people who are like my elders, who I highly respect. It's like I get the whole gesture of it.
Well, okay. When I went to a sports event, it was not in the U.S. and we didn't have remove your hat thing.
Well, it's a patriotic thing. It's it's something that
I get it, but like you gotta be patriotic for that to happen. I do remove my hat, but if someone else doesn't, I respect the decision. Maybe they don't understand the meaning. We gotta respect that. Yeah, I mean, like some people, some culture, they don't understand. And here's the thing, right? Val says just go and come back after the hat removal. But let's say if you're a tourist, you don't know that when you go in there, and by the time they walk to the door, the thing's done. Less than a minute.
Yeah. Then you turn right back around and go watch the game.
That's dumb. Right? That's dumb. So that's why you see those like international game and stuff like that. You see like other country didn't step or put their hats on or whatever. They don't understand it. So I don't think we can force anybody to do that. But yeah,
and yet, when they have the Olympics, and when those flags are raised, whoever comes in first, second, or third, you see people being quiet as it's being raised.
Well, like, okay, let me give you an example, Val. Let's say North Korea decides to have a game in the U.S.
Okay.
Everybody, please remove your hat for the American anthem. Okay. You stood up, you remove your hat. All right? But no one in North Korea did it.
Okay.
The next one is, everybody stand up, remove your hat for the supreme leader of Kim Jong-un. You got to do it.
Am I going to do it?
Yeah. You got to pay respect to the dictator.
Where am I at?
You're in United States. Because I know it's not going to be North Korea. If it's like North Korea, you don't do that, you're not going home.
Tony.
Are you doing it?
Question. That's a good question.
You see?
That's a good question.
Yeah, it's like an onion that has layers.
You see the problem here? This is why. Like, gotta see the other side sometimes. If you just reverse the role, you're like, nah, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna get up and remove my hat for Kim Jong-un. Right? All right. That's a good question, right? Here we go. So yeah, 11:06. I hope everybody enjoyed that little tidbits at the end. Like I said, sometimes the question has no answer to it. Sometimes it's weird. Like my wife asked me weird question like that. I don't even know how to answer that. Like literally when she asked me about that God question, I was like, that depends what God you're talking about, Because like if you're Greek God, now like am I supposed to think about Zeus come to my wife and then have a baby? I'm gonna go, hey, thanks for the gift. Yeah, I'm gonna have another Hercules. No. So
thank you, Aphrodite, for my wife.
Right. So like you can't really think about that. And I remember somebody told me that a lot of time a punishment is not given by God. It's actually done by the devils, whatever it is. So God really doesn't give you punishment. It's that the devils sneak in. But then again, we have somebody that says. Well, we got somebody that says nothing happens without God's permission. So
it's the devil in me.
One facile thing. Like, it's like the artist who I listen to, Jordan Lucas. He has 2 songs that he made called "The Devil's Work," and the first one's like, okay, we lost all these celebrities that are phenomenal human beings. Why do we lose these people? But then towards the end, the whole entire song he's blaming God. But at the very end, he's like, well, and honestly, I'm sorry for blaming you, God. It's actually the devil's work, and that's how the song ends. So it's. I see that point of view too.
It depends on how much you really
Yeah.
into that. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So that is it for today. I will see you guys next Wednesday. I am going to Discord to see if it's working tonight.
Okay.
Or all of us get kicked into music room, but I'm gonna go there and have a laugh. So if anybody's still smoking, join us there, and if not, I'll see you guys next week. Bye, guys.
All right. Good night, everybody. Thanks for joining us.
All right.